Hey guys, AntVenom here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today I'm going to be doing a follow-up to the dynamic height mod that I reviewed yesterday. I ended up showing you guys a good portion of the mod. I showed you guys most of the different spawn heights, but I didn't really get too much into detail with the rest of the world spawn mechanics. Like, I showed you guys villages, but that was about it. And there are a few other things that I ended up missing in the mod, and namely the Nether and how that spawns. If it spawns any different, that was really the main question that you guys asked, is if this mod was retrofitted for the Nether. So I'm going to show you that here in this video, but I also have a few other things that I want to show you guys as well. So I'm going to go in a single player here, and as you can see, I have these labeled as Nether 32, 64, and 256. I'm going to be skipping every other size today, however, because it just simply takes way too long to load up the other sizes. And I mean, with the 256 scale, you can just sort of work it out. The size would grow exponentially as you go to 512, 1024, and 2048 height. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go into Nether 32 here, and this is the first thing that I wanted to show you. Because the height of the map is so low, it can actually spawn the Mineshafts above ground, because I guess this mod doesn't change the spawn configuration for Mineshafts. So that's something that is kind of neat. Like, it's really weird, and luckily I have this on peaceful, but I mean, this, you know, here's a spawner and everything. I'm not sure if this tunnel's underground anywhere, but I mean, it really does look kind of cool, you know, giving you this sort of perspective. And it's also really weird that bedrock level is literally like right below my feet. This is literally where the bedrock, like, if I go down a few blocks here, let's just see. Yeah, see, there we go. We're already at bedrock level, and then here is the regular level. But anyway, so, yeah, kind of interesting, and something I didn't really expect. Otherwise, I would have shown it in yesterday's video. So let's go into the Nether here, and I'll show you guys sort of what this turns into. It gets really boring. Yeah. Well, I guess this isn't too boring because of the area that I actually landed in here, but seriously, take a look at this. Like, you got bedrock already. Like, the problem is that it's way too closed off, and this is also an occurring problem in the 64 height map as well. Like, you do get to do a little bit of exploring around, but honestly not a whole lot, just because the way the Nether is built to spawn, it's built to spawn so many more actual blocks versus the amount of air than in the overworld. So, you know, as a result, you get a really clumped in area, and it's not too fun to mess with. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna exit out here, and then we're gonna take a look at the 64 one. And there's a few more interesting things you can get out of the 64 one, and I do believe this can happen with the 32 as well. You can get above ground spawners, and I think this can happen in the mainland as well, but it is much more uncommon. If not, like, I haven't heard of a case where one of these has spawned above ground. I am messing up all my words all over the place today. Where a stronghold can spawn above ground. I think there was like a seed that I saw in pre-release 4 of 1.9 that had one spawning above ground or something like that. But anyways, I digress. So yeah, going in here, I also want to show you guys what the end looks like, but I'll take a quick look into the Nether. But honestly, the Nether that is in this map is really not that interesting at all. I took a quick look in there prior, you know, hoping that there would be some sort of a good result, but it wasn't that interesting. Though I'm sure that the 64 height map Nether can look a bit better. Like, maybe I could like dig off in this direction or something, and maybe possibly land on something. I don't know, but you would just have to consider like the differences between you know, the 32 height map, which, you know, did have some things, and then what like a normal Nether would look like, which, you know, would be normal. So you would sort of get like an in between of those. So yeah, see, I'm not really finding anything, and just this whole area is just really tight knit. So yeah, for a second I thought the Nether portal turned off, but I guess I was just looking at it sideways. So anyways, moving on here, we're going to take a look at the end. Ooh. This is something that I actually didn't get asked about, but I sort of thought to myself I wanted to see an above ground spawner, and then I realized the end portals are here, so let's take a look inside, shall we? So yeah, what it looks like to me is that the towers did not change size at all, but what did change size is the thickness of the actual mountains themselves. As you can see here, they are much skinnier than they would be otherwise. Let me go ahead and I'm going to destroy these things. Now, I'm not going to go destroying all of them because, honestly, I have done the Ender Dragon fight before. It is on my channel, and if that's something that you guys want to see, the Ender Dragon being fought legitimately and not in creative mode like every other video that was coming out at the time, which really annoyed me, then be sure to check out my channel, or if I do happen to remember, the link in the description as well. So, wait a minute, did that explosion just destroy the bedrock, or does the bedrock no longer appear on the top of these towers like it used to? Yeah, see? Bedrock appeared on top of this tower, but not that tower. And it got to that tower too, but I guess... Oh, it's probably because I'm on creative and I probably punched the block itself on accident. Anyways, so now that that's out of the way and I don't need to get spam comments for that one, we're going to take a quick look into the 256 height model now, which I didn't find any real interesting terrain outside to show you guys, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to spawn directly in the Nether here. And this was probably the most interesting location that I could find within this area, just because it is just a sheer... It's just a straight drop down into the earth. Like if I hit F3 here, you can see that I am like 200 blocks above the bottom bedrock level. So let's try and fall down here and see what can happen. Oh my goodness, you would die so easily from this height. And okay, yes, something else to point out as well is that Nether dungeons spawn just as normally as they would otherwise. Oh, this is kind of weird. It's just a sheer wall right here. Alrighty then. But yeah, so the Nether itself spawns just as normally as it would, though I think the walls of the fortress itself are fit to, like, they'll spawn in midair and then they will put Nether brick all the way down to the floor, so you'll naturally get castles that are a bit taller, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Let me see if I can fly around here and find anything worthwhile. Probably not, because these really are kind of like boring. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot when it comes to the whole Nether fortresses. There we go, there's like a blaze spawner, but I'm on peaceful, so it's not going to do much of anything. But, you know, something to note, definitely, that you're going to get a lot more Nether brick out of these if you spawn these in 256 height maps, and I can only imagine what this does for the higher height maps as well. But anyways, with the creepy noise aside, yeah. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much all that I wanted to show you today. Just giving you guys a quick update and, you know, a quick recap. Well, not a recap, but another look into the dynamic height mod. And I've been stumbling over my words all night. I swear to you, I am not messed up in any way. Yeah. On that happy note. Anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.